Welcome back, everyone, to the Word by Word. My name's Mark. It's great to see all of you. And if you're joining us for the first time, hey, it's great to have you right here at Exodus 36. But you know what? The best way to do this, go all the way back to the first video, Genesis 1, because we are reading the Bible word by word by word. So that's where we got the title, the Word by Word. We want the Word of God to speak for itself. Sure, I'm going to interject my thoughts, my perspective, my experience, and what I've learned from the text, but we will let the text speak for itself. And I have been very transparent about my reservations about getting through past Genesis into the Old Testament, into the Torah, past what we have seen with the Ten Commandments in particular. But man, the last few chapters to me have been extremely powerful. Just got back from a church service at my home church today, speaking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego going into the fiery furnace. And for all the times that I have heard that story, read that story, maybe you as well, wow, when you just let that scene soak in, and the bravery and the conviction and the faith and the obedience of those three young men standing up against all of that empire. Wow. It's inspiring and it's challenging. Exodus 36. And again, comments and questions are welcome. We appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe to the Word by Word. Then Moses summoned Bezalel and Aholiab and every skilled person to whom the Lord had given ability and who was willing to come and do the work. They received from Moses all the offerings and the Israelites had brought to carry out the work of constructing the sanctuary. And the people continued to bring free will offerings morning after morning. So all the skilled craftsmen who were doing all the work on the sanctuary left their work and said to Moses, "The people are bringing more than enough for doing the work the Lord commanded to be done." That's a good thing. They're doing extra work. Then Moses gave an order, and they sent this word throughout the camp. No man or woman is to make everything else as an offering for the sanctuary. No man or woman is to make anything else as an offering for the sanctuary. And so the people were restrained from bringing more because what they already had was more than enough to do all the work. So this is the first time we've seen the Israelites actually step up to this extent and obey the Lord. This is good to see. All the skilled men among the workmen made the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen in blue and purple and scarlet yarn, with cherubim worked into them by a skilled craftsman. All the curtains were the same size, 28 cubits long, cubit 3 3/4 feet. So we've got 100-foot long curtains, 4 cubits wide. 4 cubits, that's only 12 feet wide. 15 feet wide, about 100 feet tall. And remember, I'm going to be reviewing all this in regards to a study that I went through a couple months ago in Hebrews about the tent of meeting and the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy of Holies and all of this. And we'll go through this. Really good study. Then they made loops of blue material along the edge of the end curtain in one set, and the same was done with the end curtain in the other set. They also made 50 loops on one curtain and 50 loops on the end curtain on the other set, with the loops opposite each other. Then they made 50 gold clasps and used them to fasten the two sets of curtains together so that the tabernacle was a unit. They made curtains of goat hair for the tent over the tabernacle, 11 altogether. All 11 curtains were the same size, 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. They joined 5 of the curtains into one set and the other 6 into another set. Then they made 50 loops along the edge of the end curtain in one set and also along the edge of the end curtain in the other set. They made 50 bronze clasps to fasten the tent together as a unit. Then they made for the tent a covering of ram skins dyed red, and over that a covering of hides of sea cows. They made upright frames of acacia wood for the tabernacle. Each frame was 10 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide, with 2 projections set parallel to each other. They made all the frames of the tabernacle in this way. They made 20 frames for the south side of the tabernacle and made 40 silver bases to go under them. 2 bases for each frame, 1 under each projection. For the other side, the north side of the tabernacle, they made 20 frames and 40 silver bases, 2 under each frame. They made 6 frames for the far end, that is the west end of the tabernacle, and 2 frames were made for the corners of the tabernacle at the far end. At these 2 corners of the frames were double from the bottom all the way to the top and fitted into a single ring. Both were made alike. So there were 8 frames and 16 silver bases, 2 under each frame. They also made crossbars of acacia wood, 5 for the frames on one side of the tabernacle, 5 for those on the other side, and 5 for the frames on the west and at the far end of the tabernacle. They made the center crossbar so that it extended from end to end at the middle of the frames. They overlaid the frames with gold and made gold rings to hold the crossbars. They also overlaid the crossbars with gold. They made the curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, with cherubim worked into it by skilled craftsmen. They made 4 posts of acacia wood for it and overlaid them with gold. They made gold hooks for them and cast their 4 silver bases. For the entrance to the tent, they made a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer. And they made 5 posts with hooks for them. They overlaid the tops of the posts and their bands with gold and made their 5 bases of bronze. Exodus 36 pretty much just packed full with instructions. So not a lot to dissect there, but it's in the Word of God for a reason. We read it, take it in. Maybe you got something additional out of this. I've got nothing to add, but we're going to keep marching on right here at the Word by Word. Please check out the other videos, of course. And we're going to march on with Exodus 37 next time.